Stop for a moment and think about the last time you felt overwhelmed by emotions you couldn't quite understand or control. Maybe anger, sadness, or anxiety that just wouldn't let go. I've spent years diving deeply into the work of Carl Jung and have found some of the most profound tools to offer comfort and guidance when those difficult emotions arise. In fact, Jung's exploration of the psyche revealed that these feelings often come from parts of ourselves that we have rejected or haven't yet recognized, which means they hold valuable messages if we learn to listen. In my research of Jung's work, I've seen how his clinical observations resonate deeply with the struggles so many of us face today, like feeling fragmented or out of sync within ourselves. Jung understood that difficult emotions are not simply problems to be fixed, but signals from our unconscious speaking in a language of symbols and feelings. This is important to grasp now more than ever because our fast-paced world tends to push us towards superficial solutions rather than encouraging us to explore our inner depths. When I analyze Jung's patients' journeys, it's clear he saw emotional suffering as part of a transformative process. For example, he worked with individuals who initially feared their own anger or despair, but through active imagination and dialogue with these emotions, they arrived at a richer understanding of themselves. Jung called this path individuation, or the process of becoming whole. It's not about eliminating pain, but integrating all parts of our personality, including the shadow side that harbors uncomfortable feelings. One fascinating case I studied involved a woman who, plagued by recurring nightmares and anxieties, initially tried to suppress her fear until Jung guided her to explore symbols in her dreams related to unresolved inner conflicts. This gave her clarity and eventually peace. I often explain Jung's insight about the personal unconscious and the shadow as a way to reframe difficult emotions from enemies to potential allies. Instead of shaming or avoiding these feelings, Jung encouraged a dialogue with them to gain self-knowledge and healing. This approach challenges common thinking that emotional discomfort must be stamped out quickly. Instead, Jung invites us to lean in and stay curious. Another important aspect of Jung's work is his practice of active imagination, where you consciously engage with the images and emotions arising from your unconscious. This can be as simple as writing down your feelings, drawing, or even talking aloud to the parts of yourself causing distress. In practical terms, Jung's method involves first acknowledging your emotion without judgment, stopping and naming it, then asking what it might be trying to tell you. Finally, you allow yourself to imagine what this feeling might look like or symbolize. After that, you engage in a sort of inner conversation with it, which can reveal profound insights and reduce its intensity. Jung believed deeply in the human capacity to grow through this process and considered it a courageous act of self-love to face uncomfortable emotions honestly. When you feel ready, try this technique by setting aside quiet time free from distractions and gently invite your emotional state to share its story. Keep a journal or create art to express what emerges. Remember that Jung saw this as not a one-time cure, but a lifelong dialogue towards self-awareness and integration. Don't rush this process, honor your pace, and be compassionate with yourself. The key insight Jung wanted us to remember is that difficult emotions serve as guides on the road to psychological wholeness. They are messengers from parts of your psyche longing to be seen and understood. When we embrace them with curiosity and openness, we unlock the transformative power that lies within them. Imagine how your relationship with tough feelings might change if you started to see them as teachers instead of enemies. Tomorrow, we will explore the fascinating question of how the collective unconscious affects daily life. Jung's insights on this are crucial because understanding those deeper shared layers of the psyche can enrich your emotional experience and personal growth in ways you might never have imagined. If you found this reflection helpful, please don't hesitate to like, comment with your own experiences or questions, and subscribe for more Jungian wisdom. I'm genuinely excited to guide you through our next discussion as we build together on the foundations of Jung's enduring legacy in understanding our complex inner world. This journey is yours, and I'm honored to walk alongside you today and tomorrow.